Greg Andrick here, bringing you another Business Freedom Conversation post. So here's a story about Target, whose sales went down, but their profits went up 36%. Target has 2,000 stores across the country, and they have found out that competing with Walmart and Amazon has 37.6% of the online business, Walmart 6.8%. Walmart has a lot of ground to cover, and Target only 1.8%. But Target has found that shipping from their stores, and they do a large part of their online sales from their stores, is 40% cheaper. Here's a video from the Wall Street Journal. Take a look at it. Good management always wins out in the end. And it's amazing that Target was able to generate a 36% increase in profit by looking at who their customers are, where they are, and what their capabilities are, and matching them perfectly to have this profit increase. Again, good management always wins out in the end. I think it'd be interesting, and take a look at this video, and we can give you some ideas on maybe how you can modify your processes, compete with the big boys, and make more money. Isn't that what it's all about? Greg Andrick here, Business Freedom Conversation. I'll catch you on the next one.
Tucked away in the back of this Target store in Edina, Minnesota, employees pack about 1,000 orders every day. This is one of 2,000 stores across the country that fulfill 95% of the company's online orders. It's Target's biggest play to beat Amazon and Walmart in the race for fastest shipping. As the smallest retailer of the group, it's banking on its greatest asset, this network of physical stores throughout the U.S. The strategy is a big departure from how retailers typically fulfill online orders, using giant warehouses to ship packages across the country. But Target is reaching customers where they are.
Over 75% of Americans live within 10 miles of a Target store.
Here's how the underdog in the shipping wars is rethinking distribution to keep up in the high-stakes battle of fast delivery.
What Stores as Hubs was for Target, it was an intentional moment of declaring that our stores, our brick and mortar assets, were valuable resources.
As Target ramped up same-day and next-day delivery, it turned stores like this one into mini fulfillment centers. That meant designating back room space for shipping needs, like adding pack stations.
You probably will find many more stores closer to the consumer, so fulfilling from the store, you may reduce the time.
Say you order this toy set from Target online, and it's available at a store nearby. That store will fulfill the order locally. In a typical e-commerce fulfillment network, that toy might have been picked and packed in a larger center much further away. Target has only 14 of those larger fulfillment centers, compared to its 2,000 stores, so
it made a lot of sense for them to try to kind of work with what they have.
With Target's model, store employees will pick your toy directly from the shelf. Then it's brought to the back room, where your order will be boxed, taped, and labeled before it's added to this pallet for pickup. Target says shipping from a store is 40% cheaper than routing the order through a fulfillment center. But relying on stores to sell items to both in-person and digital customers comes with its own challenge.
There's a limited amount of space. These are existing stores. These are buildings that already exist.
As digital volume continues to increase, that creates strain and pressure for our stores. Building packages in the back room, well, the sortation center really relieves that pressure from our store teams.
The company opened this Minneapolis sortation center in 2020. Facilities like these utilize existing stores while shipping at high volume. Every day, orders are packaged and trucked from 43 local Target store shelves and brought here for sorting and delivery.
We'll process around 35,000 packages a day through peak. This specific facility, up to 45,000 and 350,000 through Cyber Monday alone.
130 employees help the center run 24 hours a day to get through all that volume. Once your order arrives off the truck, it comes to the induction area, where a worker scans it into the facility and places it on the conveyor belt.
They're flowing down through here, and they're going to come to this central area right here. At this pickoff point, a team member would stand here as the packages come in. They would read Target Last Mile Delivery, and then they would let that package continue down this line.
This process separates the packages that Target delivers for itself, or Target Last Mile Delivery, from those destined for third-party pickup. The orders dispatched to carriers like UPS, USPS, or FedEx are often going a little farther away.
It could be an adjacent market. It could be a regional hub.
But if it's being delivered in the local area, your package will flow further down this line to be sorted again and again and again.
We break that down further from Target Last Mile Delivery into partitions, or again, think about geographic areas that coincide with dispatches. Once those geographic areas are determined, we would route those down to the specific route that one of our ship partners is going to come and make the delivery of each of these packages on that route to a guest's home.
Once your order has made it to these route carts, it's ready for the driver to pick up. Target uses Shipt, which it acquired in 2017, to make some of its deliveries. The drivers are independent contractors using their own cars. At designated times throughout the day, the garage doors open and drivers flood in. Workers push the carts out for load-in. Target uses analytics and data to build its delivery routes, but the thing that keeps your order moving through the sortation center is low-tech. It's this, the label on every package.
Each team member throughout the process is looking for specific visual cues that inform them which area the package will transition to. So in the initial pickoff, I'm looking for Target Last Mile Delivery, or TLMD, or something else. If it's Target Last Mile Delivery, I'm sending it down the path to a partition sort. During the partition sort, I'm looking for what partition number, and then I'm pulling those packages off, staging them on pallets that coincide with that partition number. Following the route sortation, we're going to get a specific route number, a specific package stop, and then the lane and specific location of the cart that coincides to the route.
Those details keep orders moving through the facility fast. Since Target opened its first sortation center in 2020, the company says that next-day deliveries have increased by more than 150%. Now the retailer has 10 of these centers across the U.S.
They say it's a more efficient way to handle many more deliveries. That sort of by getting them out of the store, getting them closer to people's homes, into a place that is specifically designed for drivers or delivery services to pick things up, they can process many more items at a more profitable rate.
That has allowed us to save tens of millions of dollars over the last few years since we've opened these buildings.
But Target's strategy isn't just about lowering costs.
If you think of ordering items from Amazon or Walmart, you realize how much pressure does Target have to get fast delivery, especially when we talk about items that can be ordered in many different places, like diapers, for example. Target has to stay very competitive, and staying competitive today means having a very efficient and very fast delivery systems.
The retailer had just 1.8% of the e-commerce market share in 2023, compared to Walmart's 6.8% and Amazon's 37.6%. But that pie is still growing.
We knew that e-commerce was the future, is the future, will continue to be the future, and we needed to meet the moment.
Target is in a different place from a business perspective in general right now compared to Amazon and Walmart. They want to be fast in part just to counteract some of these other things that their business is confronting. They're doing it against a backdrop of weaker profits in some cases, so that makes it a more of an urgent matter in some ways for them, but it also means they have to balance it with just doing the basics of retail at the same time. So that's tricky.
Especially when faster delivery doesn't come cheap.
Think about the things you buy online, like a tube of toothpaste. Sending a tube of toothpaste to your house costs a lot more money than you're spending on that tube of toothpaste. You see Target trying to reduce the cost of shipping by offering things like picking up in a store parking lot, which is a little bit less expensive for them.
The reason why we're able to save more money in the sortation center market is we're that much closer to the guest. We have more options as it relates to our last mile delivery carriers, connecting that carton to the guest who ordered it.
The company says that proximity also addresses the environmental concerns of fast shipping.
Solutions like sortation centers and stores as hubs help us drive our sustainability goals, as it reduces the amount of miles that our carriers and our drivers are on the road, as well as consolidating packages from multiple starting points into fewer packages.
Target is convinced this stores as a hub strategy will best position it to compete in the shipping wars.
We are investing $100 million in sortation centers, expanding our network of sortation centers to 15 by the end of 2026.
Walmart is also taking advantage of its stores, but with a twist. In the next episode, we'll visit one of Walmart's automated market fulfillment centers. How is the country's biggest retailer leveraging its size and tech to gain more ground in the shipping wars?